Okay, welcome back. So let's continue by doing a journal checkup. So let's start with, let's see, formulas. What do we have? We have one new, it's Petri filter. Petri's filter increases the intensity of all Witcher signs. Potion is made by mixing ingredients, providing one measure each of Grebrit, Hydrogenum, and Vermilion, and 2 measures of Rebis, concentrated. High quality alcohol must be used as a base. Duration of effects is long-lasting. Toxicity very high. Throughout his life, the mage Petri sought a way to strengthen his magical powers. He failed in this endeavor, but several interesting potions came about through his attempts. One of these, known as Petri filter, is useful to witchers with magical skills. Witchers who prefer hand-to-hand combat rarely use Petri filter. However, especially since it's highly toxic and thus renders the use of any other potions impossible. Yes, toxicity is very high, so that's a problem. Okay, let's see any new ingredients. No. You know what? Maybe we should start by reading the books. Yeah, that would be the smart one. Okay, Samum contains a formula for bomb called Samum and brown oil. Samum. Upon detonation, this bomb stuns opponents. Brown oil causes opponents' wounds to bleed. Okay. Secrets of Southern Masters. Contains a formula for Zerukanian Sun and Devil's Puffball bombs. Devil's Puffball, upon detonation, the bomb poisons opponents. Zerukanian Sun, upon detonation, the bomb blinds opponents. Well, that's obvious. Zerukanian Alchemy. King and Queen. Upon detonation, the bomb magically evokes fear opponents. We already know that. Greenfield Oil. Wounded opponents feel acute pain. Oh man. Have everything of those, so that was useless. An Invitation to Magic. We read that. Monstrum. We read that. The Rivian Pogrom. The story of non-human pogrom in Rivia, during which the famed Geralt of Rivia perished. Let's read that. It's written by Anonymous, based on eyewitness accounts. After the war, the people of Rivia were unhappy. Poverty was the plight of many, and most believed the kings and magnates had betrayed them during the peace talks by not exacting reparations from Nilfgaard. A scapegoat was needed, and as usual, it was the changelings, non-humans, and witches. A mere spark was required to send a furious crowd into the streets. Anyone who seemed different was targeted. Dwarfs, elves, and those accused of using spells were all murdered. People also used the situation to settle old scores, loot, and rape. I admit shamefully that few were brave enough to stand in defense of the persecuted. Among those few was the famous Geralt of Rivia, who in seeking to protect his friends was struck with a pitchfork and died. There would have been more victims if not for the intervention of Triss Merigold. The sorceress sent a powerful hailstorm down on the crowd. Only that powerful spell could stop the rioting. What happened to the body of Geralt of Rivia and those who stood by his side, I do not know. So adds the death of Geralt to probably the journal. I believe in the books that is the probably somewhere near the end, because again, if I'm not mistaken, the books end with the death of Geralt and Yennefer. But I may be mistaken. Since I didn't get to that. I try to avoid spoilers, but someone you just stumble upon them, and I do not know that for sure. I hope that I do not know that for sure. Okay, sorcerers and the sorcerers. Well, I think that will probably sound like I read both the same words. A book describing the most important sorcerers and their influence on politics, by Marcus Marcellinus. Brotherhood of Sorcerers ceased to exist after the revolt on Ten Island, when some of the mages were accused of serving Nilfgaard and were arrested or killed. All the important sorcerers were there for a meeting due to transpire on the following day. Neutral mages also perished during the fighting. Among them was Hen Genwemet, who remembered the beginnings of human colonization. Yeah, Hen Gedimdate is the oldest mage that was alive. Soon after, Tissa de Vries committed suicide. She slit her wrists. Her death marked the end of the Brotherhood and the advent of a new order. After the revolt on Tannet Island, some of the surviving sorcerers grew in prominence. Philippa Eilhart consolidated her position at Redania's court, while the elf Francesca Findabayer, Queen of the Valley of the Flowers, expanded her involvement in human affairs. Tris Marigold, a younger sorceress representing Foltest's interests, also joined in shaping the new order. Okay, so there are a few interesting things about this. So for those who read the books, let's see what you want. Okay, the mages were accused of serving Nilfgaard and were arrested or killed. That was true, actually. Part of the mages wanted to side with the Nilfgaard, and they planned the coup and to kill the other side of the mages. But the other side found out about that and acted preemptively on that. Okay, let's see. So Tissa de Vries was she was once a rector of Aretusa, which is the school for sorceresses, and she, if I'm not mistaken, she taught Yennefer to become a sorceress. She committed suicide because she was the one during the counseling when the Nilfgaardian sided mages were in the Meritium chains. She accused Philippa that there was not enough evidence for her to do this, and then unchained the Nilfgaardian sided ones mages, and after that, um, the Nilfgaardian sided mages were able to commence their plan because they were out of the Meritium bonds. It's a very interesting chapter, one of the most interesting chapter in all the books, actually. So that's why I'm explaining this in detail. But I will not spoil everything to you. The Francesca Findabayer was involved with Scoia'tael there then at that time. That because that was the time before she was the queen or queen of the Dol Blatana. So she actually had Scoia'tael in ambush. They were supposed to kill the other side of the mages who sided with the northern kingdoms. Okay, let's continue with the books. Oh, we do not have anything. Okay, so now let's switch to the journal. Okay, glossary. We are at glossary mages. Let's see. Let's see, where are we? I think we read this one. Now, probably this one. The early days of the war with Nilfgaard saw the end of the Brotherhood of Sorcerers, an organization which grouped mages and closely controlled the practice of magic. During the Brotherhood's last assembly, a rebellion broke out on Tand Island. Some of the mages were accused of high treason, that is, working for Nilfgaard, and were either arrested or killed. The remaining sorcerers won independence and set up smaller associations. In the wake of the rebellion, the mages retained their influence. Many of them remained royal advisors, sometimes even ruling countries from behind the scenes. Philippa Eilhart strengthened her position as Eminence Grise of Redania. because Philippa actually, well, that is not proven to be a fact, but it is like known that Philippa Alhart actually orchestrates the killing of the Redanian king. Whereas the elf Francesca Findabair, the queen of Dol Blatana, took a greater interest in the affairs of humans and became ruler of the elven lands in general. Tris Merigold, one of the youngest sorceresses and representative of King Foltest, also joined in creating the new order. Okay, Dimeritium. Dimeritium is a rare and precious metal with an interesting feature. It represses the transfer of magical energy. A bluish alloy of iron and dimeritium is used to produce handcuffs and necklaces. Those who wear them cannot cast spells or use magic in any way. There are known cases, however, of extraordinarily powerful sorcerers managing to overcome the shield generated by dimeritium. Magic. The power used to cast spells is drawn from the elements. Fire is the best but simultaneously most dangerous elemental source. Mages who specialize in the magic of fire often achieve great power, but they pay price for it. As fire addicts, they often suffer burns or even die engulfed in flames. The essence of fire becomes their essence, which makes them vulnerable to water. Because by drawing from fire, you can get, well, it is some sort of an addiction. You feel safe, but actually it gets out of control. Well, like a real fire when happens, it really fast can grow out of control and can kill you. So it is same is applied to magic here. Same philosophy. Yes, right. Okay, the Lodge of Sorcerers was founded after the mutiny of Tan Island as a substitute for the Council of Sorcerers. The founders' aim was to bring the war between Nilfgaard and the Northern Kingdoms to a close while maintaining the mage's influence on the fate of the world. The organization remains active to this day. It is effectively an association of the most powerful female mages from both of the northern and the southern realms. The lodge has significant political influence, although its activities are not entirely understood by the public. Okay, so the Lodge of Sorceresses is the one of the most important in the games and in the story because they are presently active. So, what are the founding members? I think that's Philippa Alhart, Sabrina Glevisic, Francesca Findabayer. Mm, who is there yet? Oh, I cannot remember by heart. The one from the how is so Asaya. Asaya, I think that's the Nilfgaardian mage. So that's four of them. Who is else? Who is else here? I cannot remember for certain, but I know that Fringilla Vigo, Yennefer, and Tris Marigold will become members. Oh yes, and Margarita Lux Until I think is a member also. Who else? Who else? And I think Ida and Kira Metz, if I'm not mistaken. So something like that. Ida, Kira Metz, Fringilla Vigo, Yennefer, and Tris Marigold will become later members. And they want Philip Eilhart would be like the head, but everyone is like the equal. But let's say like Alexander or Philip Eilhart would be first among the equals, so something like that. Okay, we are finished with the glossary. Let's continue to locations. Let's start with the place where we are at right now, New Narakort Inn. The New Narakort is a large, high-class inn frequented by the most important people in Vizima. One can enjoy a conversation over a goblet of good wine, play dice, or try one's strength against the best pugilist in the capital. In the evening, the new Narakort hosts exclusive invitation-only receptions. We are invited to that one reception that is hosted by Llewellyn. Trish's home. Trish lives in a corner building on a small square where statue plant stands, bereft of its monument. Man, these sentences are too hard for me. The statue itself, which bore the likeness of an elven philosopher, was recently melted down to make a new bell for the cloister of the Order of the Flaming Rose. The sorceress has decorated her home very luxuriously, if not extravagantly. There are many expensive devices here, as well as magical components and equipment. Trade Quarter. Vizima's trade quarter is teeming with life. It is inhabited by the capital's social elite, nobles, wealthy merchants, townspeople, sorcerers, even Burgermeister Valorant himself. The cobble streets are kept clean. The brick houses with flowers in the windows are huddled side by side on the narrow streets, testifying to the wealth of the inhabitants. After all, not everyone can afford a home in the best district, situated near the castle of Foltest himself. At the very center of the trade quarter lies a large marketplace, where merchants exhibit luxury goods from all over the world. Nearby stands an impressive town hall. Currently, due to quarantine, only a few people with letters of safe conduct are allowed into this part of Vizima. Okay, so the marketplace will be sure to visit. So it is the elite neighborhood of the Vizima, House of the Queen of the Night. For people who can't complain about the lightness of their purses, Vizima's trade quarter offers entertainment of the highest quality. The most beautiful women await their clients at the house of the Queen of the Night. They offer refined pleasures and chance to forget about the dreariness of daily life. A brothel. Guardhouse. Law and order in the trade quarter is the responsibility of the city guard, which is headquartered at the guardhouse. Burgermeister Vellerat can also be found here often. He oversees all affairs connected with the crime and security in the city. Okay, we're finished with the locations. Monsters, any new? No. Tutorials. Let's check. Time Axie, okay. The trap one. When powered up, Axie elicits fear, causing opponents to panic and flee. Okay, let's move to characters. Oh, we get first entry of Geralt. That's interesting. I didn't notice that we didn't have the entry of Geralt, until chapter 3. A book entitled The Riven Pogrom claims that Geralt, known also as the White Wolf, died during a massacre of non-humans. The pogrom took place in the city of Rivia, just after the war with Nilfgaard. Geralt was killed by an angry mob when he tried to defend the oppressed. The sorceress Triss Merigold and the dwarf Zoltan Chiwe witnessed his death. The witcher's body was never found. Triss Merigold. Triss found me in the swamp, where I lay unconscious after my clash with Azar Javed. She transported me to her house in the trade quarter, and took care of me until I came around. Lying there awake, I overheard Triss gossip with her friend on the magic communicator, and I now know that the sorceresses are also interested in Salamandra. Dandelion. Dandelion got in trouble and I had to help him out. Everything I've heard about him has proven to be true. A formula, Zerkanian Sun. Upon detonation, this bomb releases a flash of light, blinding all nearby opponents. A Zerkanian Sun is made by mixing ingredients providing one measure each of crebrit, aether, vermilion, and hydrogenum. High-quality black powder must be used as a base. Duration of effects varies depending on the opponent's attributes. Assassins from the sect known as the Zerkanian Sun use this flash bomb to cover their escape after they eliminate the target. Sentries and guards blinded by the flash are more likely to attack each other than their opponent. The sect trained in train its assassins to close their eyes instinctively at the moment of detonation. Witches need not to do this as their mutated pupils automatically narrow in response to the explosion. Brown oil. Brown oil accelerates bleeding. Creatures lacking in circulatory symptoms are immune to its effects, so undead no-go. The oil is made by mixing ingredients providing a total of 1 measure each of rebis, aether, and quebrit, and 2 measures of vermilion. Top quality grease must be used as base. Duration of effects long-lasting. Curse your enemy bearing the name of Koram Ag Ter, the lion-head spider, and dip your blade in oil. An enemy wounded with the dagger will bleed to death even from a slight wound. Okay, Devil's Puffball. Upon detonation, this bomb sprays a cloud of poison, affecting nearby enemies. Those resistant to poison might not be harmed. A Devil's Puffball is made by mixing ingredients providing 1 measure each of rabies and hydrogenum, and 2 measures of aether. High-quality black powder must be used as a base. Duration that varies depending on opponent's attributes, as always. The formula for this bomb was developed by Zerukanian alchemists and migrated to the northern kingdoms thanks to traveling merchants. Salmon. Upon detonation, this bomb stuns any creatures within range, provided they are not immune to this effect. A salmon is made by mixing ingredients providing 1 measure each of aether and vermilion, and 2 measures of rabies. High quality black powder must be used as a base. This can be a good bomb for finishing opponents. Duration varies depending on opponent's attributes, of course. The Zerukanian wizards have learned to harness the energy of hot desert storms and bind it into an arcane mixture. When detonated, the salmon releases this energy and stuns opponents with the ferocity of a desert winds. Okay, now let's see our quests. We've done a lot of reading. Posh reception. Triss is trying to convince me to go on the warden's reception. It is due to take place on the upper floor of the new Narakort. Okay, we're gonna wait with this a little. Our main quest, so we'll wait for that. All the king's men. I met an officer who ordered me to show him my pass. Something's fishy. Did the king order Valorant to declare the state of emergency? Though I might want to stay clear of the politics, I sense that that's impossible in Vizima. I don't aim to look for trouble, though. Okay. Let's see Dandelion's loot. So that's the story. Dandelion screwed some lass, and now her daddy reaches for his axe every time he sees a bard. I must be careful when I enter his house. I need to be careful when I enter that house. Apparently that's up in arms. Blue eyes. I saw a blue-eyed girl at the brothel. Could this be the knight's sister? I should ask the knight if the girl from the brothel is his sister. Oh man, let's talk with her first. This fight, I bet Andrew Gabloda. I need to look for stronger opponents. Identity. Triss can't restore my memory, even using magic. The sorceress advised me not to seek the truth based on what people say about the past, because I may produce a false image of myself. Should I trust my impulses, emotions, and thoughts, then? Is that the way to rebuild my identity? And, yeah, well, I don't know with that amnesia, I mean, when you think about it, that can be a problem. What if you don't like your past you? You know, when you found out who you were. The Archersport contract. Jailer Jethro posts a notice stating that he'll pay anyone who brings him 3 flags of Archersport juice. Okay. A scribe from the town hall needs 5 cockatrice feathers. They're apparently far more durable than ordinary goose quills. Okay. The fladder, I have the fangs of 3 fladders, so I should see Valorant about my revolver. Okay, we'll track that. I've collected the blood of 12 ghouls and I should see Valorant. We go to Valorant first. The Gravir contract, I have 5 Gravir mods. That should be enough to collect the rev from Valorat. Oh man, we can complete 3 contracts. The Kikimor contract. Valorat will pay for the clothes of 10 Kikimors. So we do not have that. Witcher's Secrets. Azar Javet, the Salamandra leader, was masquerading as a private investigator. He defeated me when we finally faced each other. But this isn't over. The Salamanders will regret that they ever provoked the Witchers. I must destroy Salamandra, which clearly feels at home in Vizima. Okay, let's go to Valorat first. Where is he? And wait, he's at the watchtower. Okay. Where is the waitress to sell some of this food? Waitress. Here she is.
No need for test.
We're missing some beers. I think we have too few beers. What if someone challenges us to drinking contest?
It's not every day.
Greetings.
Can I?
Let's... What's the beer that we have? The Vizima Champion. Yeah, let's take the Vizima Champion. And the stout. Let's take the stout since I like stout beers. Okay. Okay, let's go finish the contracts. That's gonna give us some money. New armor.
Did the guild send you?
No one sent me.
Forgive me. They chased me from the market when I refused to join the guild.
I'm only interested in what you have to offer.
Sorry for my hasty judgment. Please look.
What are you peddling?
I buy and sell arms, the best in town. I've never heard a customer complain.
We'll see about that.
Judge for yourself.
Okay, let's sell him our torch. Torch, sell. Temerian steals our sell. Thank you. What can we buy? He has diamond dust is only 40? Man, we're gonna buy that for sure. I mean, that's nothing. Oh man, so expensive. Okay, I'm not yet ready to buy that. To part from 5,000 gold. Stamina for that. We should leave that. Never mind. How is this blade? Minus 30, nothing.
Care?
Why won't you join the guild?
Someone's trying to take over the guild, and I hate rules that force me to give free arms to some and refuse business to others.
Who's taking over the guild?
Someone with powerful links. Even the richest merchants are fearful. Vast quantities of weapons are requested, which could only be for the Grand Master or the King.
Grand Master is Jacques de Aldersburg.
Thanks for the information. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Okay, anyone else to talk with?
Nothing but gold.
I'll be a bar wench when I'm older. Mother hates me speaking with strangers. Grant me a moment.
Noble sir.
Are you propositioning me?
No, sir. I await a proposition from you.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, she wants a proposition for me. We're back. What ring? Can we show her some ring? Let's just check. Probably not. Not. Of course. Okay, so what's the... Oh, barrel. I have a little likes barrels.
Another century.
Okay, so Valor is somewhere in here, right? Regard, no. We should rest because our toxicity is pretty high, but maybe we get a level up from So I don't know, he's not here during this time or something. Okay, where can we rest as nearest as possible? Also the Queen Temple Quarter, Cemetery, New Narakort. Well, let's just continue with the exploration of the trade quarter for now. Maybe we can even rest at Triss' house.
Armed as you are, I'll stay clear of the guard.
The neighborhood has lost know your place.
What time is
Ranger.
it? It's noon. Where could Valorant be?
Royal Edict orders a state of emergency for the neighborhood.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, Duck, what are you doing here?
look lost.
Let's go here, let's loot some houses.
My grandfather was a valet, my father a butler, and I followed in their footsteps.
Good for you.
And my brother gifted all he owned to the order to become a knight. I'm so proud.
Oh man.
Witcher, hide your women.
Have you heard the price for a measure of salt?
It seems I withdrew my savings from Vivaldi's bank in time.
What's that? Temerian rye, good. We found a lot of this alchemical base alcohol. Just around, you know, her houses. Let's try exit here.
Royal Edict orders a state of emergency. We want no trouble.
Godspeed.
Okay, it's the same conversation.
Since we drove non-humans away, the city
You're
is more
Geralt
beautiful.
of Rivia. You slew the dragon from Quartz Mountain.
No reason to be here, White Hair.
Okay. Maybe some of these houses is where dandelions loot is.
My master dislikes me, whereas my lady adores me.
Sodden meat. Let's take that.
Have you heard the price for a measure of salt?
No, what is
Vivaldi
it?
is insolvent. What a catastrophe.
Let's go up.
Velarat has gone grey just recently.
Man, our inventory is again almost full. Should really sell those books.
This outfit's uncomfortable.
Okay, where are we? Sensor location, Old Forge.
Finally, concern for our safety.
My husband serves on the council.
Should talk with these people. Maybe someone offers a dialogue.
Salamandra, the cult of the lion-headed spider. So many.
Serving a crown.
Royal Edict orders a state
You
of
don't
emergency.
even know the half of the secret organizations.
Rushed us out without thought of our pay.
Bandits grow bolder.
Don't say that.
It's true.
I'll enlist in the army. We want no trouble.
My husband serves on the council. I've seen no sorcerers.
The state of emergency means we're watching types like
Okay,
You may wander about at night with a pass,
At your own risk.
Having a crown.
A monster annihilated a farm.
Oh, again.
Yes? Godspeed.
What's here? Merchant's gates. Where did that lead?
Royal
No.
edict orders a state of emergency.
Okay, nowhere. That's locked. Okay, should we enter the town hall?
Scandalous. Such is the Temerian bureaucracy in relation.
Where's the central location? Somewhere on the other side.
You whisk children away, turn them into witches.
Okay, here it is. Magic sensor. Using these probes, mages can detect magical anomalies. Letter of said contract issued by the city militia. The bearer of this document has the right to enter Drake Quarter in daytime. Let's read that. The bearer of this letter has the right to enter blah blah blah. Despite the ban on movement introduced under the state of emergency. Good. Oh, new entry in journal. Great. Anything else that we didn't read? Okay, let's put a one ball here. Okay. First sensor is inside. Can we enter here? Sure. Oh, this is Vivaldi's bank. Is he back?
We won't know trouble.
Probably not. Can we talk with this one? Really, no. That's not fun.
What?
Okay, let's go to the other door. Through other door, yeah? Yeah, here. Oh, that's the bank, and this is the town hall.
That cute clerk winked at me, see that?
Sure.
Velerad's an honest man. That cute clerk winked at me, see that?
Just save.
I hope I have enough for the bride. Chimney tax, poll tax.
Yes?
I'm here about the notice.
Do you have 5 cockatrice
No,
feathers?
no, I don't.
Not yet.
Don't bother me, I'm working. Next.
One's locked. Let's go upstairs.
Oh, my back. Good girls don't get promoted.
Yeah.
At least I'm not a seamstress. All day, all week. Stench. Fold, glue, stamp. At least I'm not a seamstress. At least I'm not a seamstress. At least I'm not a seamstress. Yes?
Work at town hall?
Unoriginal. You'll have to try harder.
I'll fulfill your every dream, milady.
Be my groom to keep me from gloom.
This shrew needs taming.
Okay, she's not buying this.
Bye.
Man!
At least
What?
I'm not a seamstress. Yes?
Work at town hall?
Unoriginal. You'll have to try harder.
You're a naughty girl.
Naughty girls get the cleverest ideas.
I'm getting some pretty clever ideas myself.
Not so fast. Where's my gift?
What's your whim?
Guess what naughty spoiled girls like best?
Okay, let's see. Oh, a silver necklace.
A mere bauble. Only gemstones interest me.
Okay. Okay, well, that's a hint. Go ahead. Out here, no.
What a stench.
I think she wants diamond, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, an expensive one. What happened to the flowers?
Such bureaucracy proves our monarch has ceded power to interest groups. We all know who.
Okay, let's continue our exploration.
Greetings, stranger. Oh, be not afraid of Ada. She growls, but she doesn't bite. Usually.
The dog's name is Ada?
She is a bitch. Plus, she's pampered and spoiled. The name of the king's daughter suits her perfectly.
Do you know Princess Ada?
My wife is a laundress at the palace, so I'm aware of the gossip in court.
I'd be happy to listen, if I could look at your goods.
Certainly. I have the finest quality meat. I slaughter the animals myself.
We'll see.
I mean, he doesn't dress like someone who butchers animals.
Do you recognize me? Anything about me?
Sure. The laundresses gossip about you.
And?
They say you chase anything in a skirt, but you're a real dog for sorceresses. Supposedly you loved one once. They say you're as likely to whip out your sword as you are to whip out your, a master at both arts. Women fear
Sounds like
fingers,
Geralt.
but you fascinate them. Women.
Yeah, well, Geralt is like exotic fruit, right?
Thanks. What does your wife say about the other courtiers?
It would take weeks to repeat all she said. Foltest, Velerad, Duet, Jacques de Oldersberg, Marigold. Who are you interested in?
Let's hear about Triss first.
Any gossip about Triss Marigold?
Certainly. The women at the palace laundry love to gossip about other women. They have the same opinion as any with common sense. A sorcerer's place is in the tower, brewing potions and devising horoscopes from stars rather than meddling in politics. Furthermore, she's shameless to display her arse in such provocative attire. Well, if Ada
So
didn't
jealous,
already
yes.
hold title as Queen of the Whores, Marigold would have it in a trice.
Interesting. Thanks.
Well, that would be envy, right?
Don't you fear bad-mouthing authorities during martial law?
At worst, they'll throw me in the dungeon. I believe we must speak true even of the ruling class. This is our right.
Bold words.
Indeed. I have no intention to fear a dictatorship based on the exploitation of common men. I will not cower under the grim repression of oligarchs and aristocrats who have enthroned a wrongdoer, a man whose hands are stained with blood.
You exaggerate. Foltest's rule can't be that unpleasant.
Plague upon Foltest. I spit on monarchy, which long has been corrupt.
Strange views.
The people should rule. Common people like you and me.
Well, you know.
I'm not common, and I'm uninterested in ruling.
You poor man. You've been indoctrinated by officials and by agitators who, for a few pieces of silver, whisper royalist propaganda in the ears of the masses. Open your eyes.
Enough of that already. What does your wife say about the other courtiers?
It would take weeks to repeat all she's...
Okay, let's hear about Foltest.
Tell me about Foltest.
Need I tell you all I know? He slept with his own sister and begat Ada. Ill tidings indeed. A curse turned the girl into a striga. A witcher dispelled the curse from the princess, and Foltest was so overjoyed he spoiled the girl rotten. The little striga became a childish whore.
Interesting.
Okay, let's actually hear him what he will say if we agree with
Don't
him.
you
At what?
bold word.
Indeed.
You strange.
The people...
Okay, let's answer Amy right.
You're right.
I figured you were a reasonable man, even if a mutant and a pawn.
Enough of that already.
Okay, nothing special.
What does your wife say?
Let's ask about Valorant.
What's the word on Velerad?
Our burgomaster drinks too much and can no longer manage the city's affairs. No wonder, since to curry favor in the court, it is to be a marionette and jump when the king pipes a tune. Look around. Bandits, monsters, and City Hall is silent. Velerad should step down.
Interesting. Thanks.
So he
What
has
does your
nothing
wife
positive
about
to
the
say.
other courtiers?
It would...
Nothing positive. That's interesting. Okay, let's see about the Grandmaster.
What about Jacques de Aldersberg?
Grand Master sounds grandiose, doesn't it?
Rarely does anyone recall that the Order of the Flaming Rose was once the Order of the White Rose. Now the once proud knights are racists and intriguers, acting under the guise of the highest ideals. 'Tis the Grand Master's doing.
Before his knighthood, Jacques was a vagrant blinded by hatred of elves. One doesn't change so easily.
Interesting. What does your...
Okay, let's hear about the Nilfgaardian.
What have you heard about Roderick de Wet?
Ah, the Nilfgaardian. He sticks to Ada like a burr on a dog's tail, but that threshold's high even for a count. Moreover, he's a knight of the Order, so as someone sworn to celibacy, he can only plough the princess in secret. De Wet represents the Order in court, but I'd say he represents the Empire of Nilfgaard and the imperial ambitions of the Black Ones.
Later.
Okay, well, I want to see what he has to sell.
What did... I'm not...
Okay, he has chicken. Let's sell to him because we need inventory space. Okay, that's good for now. No, basket. Cannot get to that basket. Gate, where does this lead? Nowhere. Great.
Nothing breeds happiness like a good transaction.
Who's behind this?
Why did they declare martial law in this district alone?
Perfect. Good deal.
Man, there are a lot of people here in this
My
basement.
grandfather was a valet, my father a butler, and I followed.
The price of sulfur is dropping because of the trade war with Redania.
Carry on.
Is there a trade war with Redania? Man, I would guess that that sooner there will be a trade war with Nilfgaard, you know. Yeah, let's sell to this butcher. Sell him the chicken, blueberries, goat's milk too. Oh, what did I push? Oh, isometric movement. Oh, that's the mice movement. What else is there? This one, this one.
Greetings, perch, flounder, or perhaps a tasty pike?
Got any shark?
Yeah, not quite, but I'm a fish connoisseur, I know. Smoked eel. You'd like that? Please, have a look.
Gladly.
I love the smell of fish.
Some market stalls stand empty.
Yes, many vendors went bankrupt when taxes were increased to support the army. Non-humans moved to the ghetto, and other merchants fear bandits and monsters.
Not much competition for you.
Not that anyone could compete with my goods. I've even invested more in the business as I expect better times ahead.
Good luck.
I love the smell of fish.
Well, you should always invest in your business. That's the smart thing to do, right? Okay, let's change to the, yes, third-person view. Man, there are a lot of merchants
Greetings,
here.
noble sir. If you see...
What do you have?
Pleasing trifles, lovely souvenirs, luxury items. I supply the upper classes. Beautiful ladies and noble gentlemen.
Let's see them.
How can I help?
How's business?
Not so good. King Foltest left the city with the entire court, and thus my clients. Moreover, under martial law, townsfolk would rather buy food and other necessities.
I see.
How can I help?
So, Foltest left the city? Where did he live? Probably on some... I don't know.
Tell me about your goods.
I sell clothing from faraway Toussaint, and rings that adorn the gentle hands of aristocrats.
What do you recommend?
Looking for a present for a lady? I don't wish to be indiscreet, so I shan't inquire further. I only suggest that elegant courtesans gladly accept jewels when they would be insulted by gold. Maintaining appearances is part of their erotic game, if you understand me.
I do.
Aristocrats buy gloves, shawls, and kerchiefs for their nobly born ladies. Noble women wish to keep in fashion, and are constantly changing apparel.
Thanks for the advice.
How can I help?
Let's sell this necklace. Sapphire is 60, ruby 80, diamond 120. Okay, not for now. Not for now. Let's enter this door.
What?
Nothing. What place is this?
Gambling hall. Enjoy yourself. Drink and eat. No whores.
Who's worth talking to?
If you want to play dice, see Costa. Liquor from the waitress.
Okay.
Eternal fire. What fortune.
Anyone
today?
follow you here?
Oh, so this is probably where they play dice poker.
Nothing.
Another new face?
Regulars must be recommending the place.
This business grows more dangerous. I don't plan on rotting in prison.
Prison's not bad.
You a criminal? This hall exists for decent folk. I fear military law. Perhaps the penalty for what I'm doing is death.
Bribes won't get you by.
The soldiers grow more greedy and audacious. Something's afoot. I hope to be away before it occurs. How can I help?
Man, she's a little bit depressing.
Is this your place?
I merely run it. The shareholders wish to remain anonymous.
Who are they? I epitomize discretion.
As do I. Ask such questions and you'll anger a huge organization.
Salamandra?
Get out now!
Oh man.
Out now, or I'll call the boys!
Several boxes and a black lotus. Anyone interested?
Okay, we need to reset her. We were too nosy for her. Man, this State Raid Quarter exploration is taking a long time. There's a bar wench here.
Those
She
swords
is.
just for show.
Okay, sell her the watermelon and that. And let's rest with her.
How can
We get our toxicity down. Let's do it till dusk. No, let's do it till noon. Because we want to explore during the day, then during the night. We'll do it separately.
I should definitely...
Okay, now it's time to end this video, and in the next we'll talk with... Where the hell are everyone?
I toil too much.
I'll try to reset that. Well, because at the beginning of the next video I wanna talk with the coaster, and probably he's a player that we can... No, there's no one here. Great, great, great. So they probably come during the later part of the day. Okay, then we will continue exploring the... I think now we're at the marketplace here. Good. Okay, so next video we'll start by exploring the marketplace. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.